All right, you guys, welcome to Habit Hack 202, and I am glad to be back because it has been crazy busy. I have had, since the last time, since Habit Hack 201, I've had one of my nephews get married. I only have two nephews, so one of my nephews got married. Actually, I'm lying because now between the time I had one of my two nephews get married, I got a third nephew. So my brother just had a baby, little baby Jack. I went to an amazing tribute concert. I got to go to the Taylor Hawkins tribute concert in LA, and I got to go to Jack Johnson, and just and my brother was in town, my mom is in town. It's just been crazy. So, but with all of that happening, still I am getting all of my habits done every single day. Well, notwithstanding one or two, maybe two max, but getting them in every day. And so today's Habit Hack 202 is, I already messed it up, but it's what versus who, what versus who. So it's interesting, right? Because when you are creating a habit, so welcome to Half the National Average. Hi, you guys, I'm Michelle, this is Charlie, and we are here to give you 365 habit hacks. How do you create and keep a great habit? And so whatever your habit is, whatever you're trying to get better at, whatever you're trying to dream about getting some practice in, practice it 5 to 15 minutes a day in the beginning, and continue every single day to satisfy that beautiful creative need that we all have to do something more than what we're usually doing just to make ends meet, just to pay the bills. And so today's habit hack, the what versus the who, it's the big debate, right? Some people say it's what you know. Some people say it's who you know. And Habit Hack 202 is, I think it's both. But more importantly, I think what you know is dependent on who you know. So when you look at Habit Hack 155, I think I wrote it down, 195. When you look at Habit Hack 195, that talks about who you hang around with will level you up or down. So your skill level will level down if you hang out with people that are low skill level of what you're really good at, and you spend a lot of time with them. Any kind of habit's going to take time, and if you're expert at something, it's going to take a lot of time. And so just looking at Peak Performance by Anders Ericsson, it's about 10,000 hours of practice, of perfect practice, deliberate perfect practice, or deliberate rigorous practice to become expert at something. Charlie, I know you're getting really antsy because you want to show off this tie that Adriana got for you, but we're talking about Habit Hack 202. So can we just wait to the end for me to talk about your tie? Okay, thank you, bud. So Charlie's very excited. I tried to tell him, it's not really cool when you anthropomorphize your pets, but Adriana would not have it. She heard that he wanted a tie. I told her I was not going to get him one. I was like, Charlie, I'm not getting you a tie. It's ridiculous. And she's like, oh no, not only am I going to get him one tie, I'm going to get him 3 ties. So 3 ties it is. He loves it. He loves his little tie. Okay, so Habit Hack 202, what you know versus who you know. Now, Habit Hack 195 says if you are hanging out with somebody and they have a high skill level and you're just a little bit below them, you will get better. Your skill will get better. There's an old proverb that says, he who walks with wise people will become wise, and he who walks with foolish people will fare badly. And so when you walk with foolish people, you fare badly. And so that has a lot to do with who you know. Now, when you get a chance, and that's what people are talking about, it's not what you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's because who you know will sometimes get your foot in the door. But because you got your foot in the door, get your foot out of my butt. Thank you. Just because you got your foot in the door does not mean you're going to stay in the door. So what you know is going to keep you in the door. It's going to keep you in. It's going to keep you from not getting kicked out. Are you getting antsy? Okay, stop the presses. All right, everybody, look at Charlie and his tie. He looks so handsome. You're getting so antsy. It's, you got to have some self-control, bud. All right, here we go. Can we get it over with? Charlie got a new tie, everybody. Take a look. It's very cute. Okay, you feel better? Give me 5. Give me 5, boy. 5? No 5 after all that? Stop the show for your tie? Okay, thank you. Thank you. This guy. And so today's habit hack, it's the what in the who. The what you have, the skill that you have, that is almost always by yourself, unless it's like chess or something. But even that, all that memorization. Oh, speaking of chess, you know why I brought up chess, right? The guy that was cheating with the thing and his coach alerting him. That was kind of creepy. Okay, let's not talk about chess, but let's talk about musicians. Musicians spend a lot of time alone. Or let's talk about athletes. Athletes spend a lot of time alone with diet and sleep and hydration and working out. Let's talk about dog trainers. You know, dog trainers spend a lot of time by themselves, well, with their animals, but training. Whatever you're doing, expertise, you're spending a lot of time alone. So when you're influenced by somebody, by human, and you're spending time with human, they better have the same values as you, because that time spent with them is going to influence the time you spend alone. And so what you know versus who you know. What you know will usually level up, Habit Hack 195, based on who you know, and will level you down if who you know is not a great influence. And that's really all it is. It's really all it is, paying attention to both what you know and who you know. So one of the things that I talked about is when you are getting a who, when there's a who coming into your life, there's a who, a new who, and you have great habits in play, and then you start to feel like your habits are going down, or you're starting new habits that you don't really appreciate or like, or your skill set is actually going down, or you're not being motivated to do the things that you really value or think are important, and there's a new who in your life. Really pay attention. Pay attention to the new who's, because the new who's can either improve. Hey, that's a table, by the way, bud. Speaking of influence, Charlie, what are you doing? The new who's can actually improve your life or do damage to your life. And so it's just important, if you have some new who's in your life, look around and pay attention to your habits. Pay attention to the direction that your life is going. Is it getting better, easier, faster, more exciting? Or is it getting slower, harder, sluggish, and you're starting bad habits? And that's just a Habit Hack 202. What versus who? It's both. And when you get new who's in your life, pay attention to if they're affecting you or leveling you up or down. Easy breezy. So that's it. That's all I got. Sorry, it has been a little bit of time, but we've been busy with so many cool things. And so hopefully we'll be back on schedule of this. Charlie, say goodbye. All right. Bye, you guys.